Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Lucifer Season 6, Episode 9. So, we only have one more, if I'm not mistaken, after this one. Yeah, there's only one more after this one, so we are almost done with the show. Man, Lucifer has always been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of amazing episodes. There's been a lot of ones that fell a little flat and everything, but with this kind of show, that's always going to happen, right? With like the kind of cop drama shows and everything with like a little twist on it. I've really enjoyed it. But as for last episode, I remembered after, if you guys watched the discussion, I forgot why I had written down first person you met. And I thought it was something really important. It really wasn't that important. I remembered pretty shortly after recording, and I almost thought about getting all my lights set up and turned on again to record a little tidbit to then cut into the episode while I was editing. But I was like, I'll just mention it at the start of the next video. So really, it was just about the meta joke about it being the first person that you meet pretty much every time there's one of their, someone died. Who's it gonna be? I wonder who's the killer. And like a lot of the times you can bake it down to being the first person that the characters meet, and they just made a joke about that, which was hilariously meta, and I love lines like that where they can poke fun at their own kind of serialized content kind of stuff. So that was really cool. But we have the Linda's book is out there, the rough draft anyway. Everyone's read it. They've all said their opinions. Not the biggest fan of it, obviously, because who likes? I'm pretty sure anytime there's a book where someone's writing about actual people and those people find out, they're pretty much never happy, right? Because of the way that they're portrayed and stuff like that. And there's always, maybe at first they're happy and then they read something they're not a big fan of kind of thing. And it always goes bad. But it did help Rory find out more about her parents, because that's the thing, is when people, you're always skeptical when people read or tell you what someone's like. Like, Chloe has always sung Lucifer's praises to Rory, but Rory never believed it. But coming back, reading Linda's book and realizing that, this is from a therapist's standpoint, all the uncensored, I guess would be the word, emotions of Lucifer coming in and being raw with the therapist and everything was really like effective to her. She believed it, and it seems like she's kind of come around. But now we are about to find out from Amenadiel why the world is ending, and I accidentally read the episode title, which wasn't actually Netflix's fault this time, which it usually is because they blare the title at you. It was because I was watching a reaction and I got close to the end, and I was like glancing through the playlist, not really on purpose, not really thinking, just looking for the episode that I was at to click on, and my eyes went a little too far down and saw the episode was called Goodbye Lucifer. So slight spoilers, but I can't imagine this show ends unless they give like a really good reason as to why Lucifer has to leave in order to save everyone kind of thing. I can't imagine the show ends with just like Lucifer leaving his unborn child behind, leaving Chloe behind to never be seen again. So I have a feeling this title might be red herring, or at least I'm hoping so. But let's get started and see what happens. And there's still one more episode after this, so yeah, we're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Sorry for the long-winded opening, but there's a lot I wanted to mention. We're getting close to the end here. Who are you? An execution? Meowgie? His cat? Oh no. This guy just wants his cat to see his execution. What's wrong with that? Who is this guy? Oh. What? Is this part of the world ending? That's Mr. Miyagi? Why is... Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. Are you serious? Apocalypse by 1,000 paper cuts. Jeez. I was not expecting this. Roundabout. But someone's gotta do it, right? So... Oh, but oh, this is the guy. He is messed up. Lucifer whispered something in his ear, right? And we still don't know. What is it with this? This is like... The reasoning for the apocalypse thing is kind of silly, so now I'm like way more invested in this story than anything else. It's not that I don't like the other storyline, but... Imagine if, like, because he has proof of divinity, somehow he could see Dan, but other people proof of divinity can't. Oh shit, is he about to get out? Oh no. Well, here's one of the catastrophic effects. You can go tell Lucifer and them. You know they can't hear you. Go tell someone that can hear you, though. There's no way that this is the reason for Dan's guilt is something in the future that hasn't happened yet, right? At the point of his death, he wouldn't have known this was going to happen, kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, obviously it would have taken Dan a while to get back here to tell someone, but that would have been his best shot, right? What? Oh my god. I don't know why, this reminds me of a Bo Burnham skit. Just him, like, jumping out of bed like that, and, like, the facial expressions. her wake up was not as glorious. Did he put the grapes in there with the stems and everything? I guess it got blended up, but is that normally how you're supposed to do that? Is that the outfit she slept in? Oh, the day he disappears? Shit. That means she must already be pregnant, for sure, at this point, right? Unless they bang one out before he poofs. Right before he poofs. Did you? Yeah. So just don't go there? Something bad is gonna happen near 10th and Swanson, isn't there? Are the storylines gonna tie together? Is it gonna have to do with the Chuck actor? I can't remember what his name is in this show. The Chuck from Supernatural. Not the Chuck from Chuck. But like, is he gonna be there for some reason? Oh my god. Is he like building a safe room for himself to sit in until the day is over? Panic room. I just love that little joke. He's trying so hard. Yep. Where does she get her time laws, though? Hoverboards in their band? Screw you, LA. No. Go in the box. Do you want to join me? Yeah. Some debauchery. Sweets! Oh, this is true debauchery, yes. I want Lucifer to be my daddy. You gonna buy some jewelry? Oh my god, I was gonna make that joke. You cheated! Look at his hair. His hair looked wet before I even saw her hit him with any. I probably missed something, though. Oh my god. Could you kill someone from that height with a water balloon? They're pretty high up, right? Because, like, a penny could kill someone from high enough, right? Oh my god, they're gonna watch Bones. Yes! Bones! Of course! No show has been... Kickoff series, or a spin-off? Oh. More Bones. Oh. One of those very sweet moments where they dim the audio and you just get to appreciate these two spending time together. Lucifer realizing, I think, how much he doesn't want to go. Uh-oh. Is the jewelry there, too? Because what if it's not his choice? You think about that? I mean, somehow Cain managed to knock him out and drag him into, like, the desert or whatever happened. Was that Cain? Maybe that wasn't Cain, but... Oh, shit. What if someone knocks him out and drags him to that location? Can she interact with herself being inside Chloe? Yeah, that's awkward. Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that is possible, but we don't know how it works in this world. Yeah. Exactly! Thank you, Rory! I know Chloe is, like, just in denial herself, right? Like, she doesn't want him to leave so badly that she wants to think that he has control. I don't understand. I mean, I get that. I was just saying she's upset too, but I don't think that's fair at all. I don't know. Hmm. Charlie should be older than she is, right? Obviously, I was talking about in her time where she originally came from, so. Yeah. Team Free Will. Very interesting questions. Does Lyndon know that he knows when? From when he self-actualized vulnerability. Go do the rounds. Does she know something? Oh. Oh. That was sweet. We're getting to the end of the show. Lucifer's gonna be saying goodbye to everyone. Well done, show. I mean, he shouldn't do something that he doesn't want to do, right? Which means Amenadiel shouldn't be forced to do it either, right? But who can do it? I mean, he wants to be here for Charlie, though. True. Just because he did it that way doesn't mean you have to. Keep being a cop. God cop. It is a big decision. Like, the biggest decision anyone would ever have to make, I feel like. But he has to want it, I feel like. I feel like it wouldn't work if... Oh. Oh, she's taking down our board. Lucifer coming to talk to her, say how much he values her. Poor Ella. Is this gonna be a good... taking Carol's words to heart. Does she not know about that part? That means you're dying. Just say it. Uh... Nice. When he went away to Florida. Is that one of the jewelry he bought earlier? A pencil. Is there sentiment to the pencil? There's gotta be a... Oh. Oh. That's awesome. Maybe that's what the episode title means. Maybe he doesn't go anywhere, but it's just Lucifer saying goodbye to everyone. What about Dan? Is Dan just following him so he knows where he goes? He's gonna dye his hair, change his appearance. Not paying attention. Is Dan gonna, like, somehow be able to interact? Oh, what? Interesting. Oh, he did it. God damn it. You gave me hope, show. Oh no, this poor guy. Is he not gonna do anything? Oh no, no, no. God damn it. I forgot he was French, right? Does he get angry enough? Oh god, that's creepy. Whoa! Did that actually work? Did he possess him? Oh shit. Put the gun down! Oh my god, Dan. He's gonna shoot him. Yeah, Dan, you gotta think about how this works. Looks from his perspective. He's so used to running through doors. Oh my god. Dan is possessing someone. Holy shit. I like didn't know what happened at first. He was like already in him kind of and like swinging, and then all of a sudden he like I thought Dan like bit him or something. The way he reacted, he was like ah, but it was a possession happening. Hmm. Get to know them. If there was one. I mean, I've always felt that Amenadiel would be the better fit than Lucifer. Hmm. And I mean, God spent a decent amount of time down here with his powers and everything. Big brother. Amenagod, oh my god. Oh my god. Amenagod. Oh, his goodbye? Oh. Does... I didn't realize, does Amenadiel not know that Lucifer, like, vanishes? Or maybe he just doesn't realize that Lucifer is taking it a little serious? Oh. He thinks it's because he's going. You stabs him. Just kidding. Maze. Is it her turn? Oh, is that who's going away for a little while? Mace doesn't do hugs. She looks so disgusted. Ugh. Used to just be obedient to him. Oh. Oh. Just gotta tell people, man. Cryo spa. I don't know what that is either. You got cold stuff instead of warm stuff. She knows something's out. No. Hugs! Yes! They may not do it before, but they do it now. Wonder if this is also like emotional for the cast too, right? Because they know the show is ending. I'm pretty sure it was planned when season 6 was going on. I'm pretty sure it was planned to be the end of the show, right? So I wonder if it's like the actors and actresses being able to say goodbye kind of thing because it's, one more episode after this. So little skulls or the little danglies on the back, like how they usually do cups. You could kill someone with that if you whip too hard near them. This isn't the road, right? I don't like that he's out in the open. Felt like the episode was going to end, but I was like, it's not quite time yet, right? Does the day pass? Yeah, he knows who that is. Obviously, he knows who he is. Bracelet brother. Ghost possession. So his name is Lamech. It is kind of a fucked up situation. still laughing. Hmm. You haven't said bye to Dan yet. Just stay in his body until he dies. That would suck. I guess he could always kill himself, kind of thing. Man, I want to see this goodbye, but I'm kind of sad that the actor doesn't get to be here for it. He gets a drink. The fugitive. New start, yeah. Hmm. Finally, he tells someone. Well, just don't go. Oh no, is he gonna go to Chloe? Don't go to Trixie. Bad idea to go to Trixie. What if you get, like, ejected from the body and then there's just a fugitive right next to your daughter? Do not go to Trixie, please. Chloe could maybe handle herself, although I'm still worried about Chloe. She also is gonna freak out too. She's gotta know the man that killed. Oh, fuck. It's Dan. Say. Okay, never mind. It's Lucifer. I was gonna say, if you show up, be like, it's Dan, it's Dan. I'm possessing this guy. The first thing you say. But it wasn't. Oh shit! thought he was gonna propose. I guess that is a proposition. Just not the one that I thought. I guess it's fine if she falls out. I was like, that's dangerous. But is she invulnerable? Because she has angel wings? I would imagine so. Also, I learned that she is Negasonic Teenage Warhead from Deadpool. That's where I recognize her from. I talked a lot when she first showed up about recognizing her from something. That must be it, which is crazy that that's her. I can kind of see it now, though. Not something I would have ever guessed, though. I might have got her name wrong from Deadpool 2, but you know who I'm talking about. You guys probably already knew. The beach. Oh, Lucifer. It does seem like Lucifer has just. I mean, I know he's trying to say his goodbyes and everything, but also, it does feel like he's giving up a little bit, right? Damn. Damn. Oh, look at the four of them. Get it? Because she's pregnant? She gonna fly away? What if her wings are different now? Because of all the change. I still hope she has her cool wings, though. Okay, she still has her cool wings. I just realized she's pregnant and she's drinking, isn't she? Aren't you not supposed to do that? I mean, I know you're allowed to have a little bit, right? She's also... Maybe it's like early on, so it's okay too? That just dawned on me. I don't know how pregnancy works. I know you're allowed to have like a little bit. You can have like 1 glass of wine a day or something like that, right? I don't know. Or every now and then. I don't know how it works. I thought I've heard that from somewhere random. What is Dan up to? Oh. Stumbling across Trixie. He's not gonna say who he is though, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's creepy, Dan. Belios. Well, he should know the answers, right? Uh, this is so dangerous, though, if you think about it. Aw, that's cool. Even if he's not out of the body, I like this sentiment. I'm so glad that the actor got to act this part out. Aw. Could that be part of the guilt? Aw. It'd be so poetic if Trixie's the one that helps Dan move on. Oh shit! No! No! You're in a fugitive! Dan! You're in a fugitive! What's the significance of that name? I'm trying to remember what it could be. Get that fugitive far away from your daughter if this is your moving on. Fuck. Yep, he's gone. Damn. So does he know what just happened? Well, that's not a good look. If he remembers... God damn it. Is he gonna have Chloe, or have Trixie at that location, maybe? They're making it seem so ominous. I'm so worried. Someone gonna be in there. That'd be weird. What if they like don't get service in that? Something happens. I'm so worried. What is Lamech gonna be up to? Whoa. I didn't even realize we were inside the panic room. Is it bigger on the inside? It's like the TARDIS. Maybe it's not. It looks bigger. Oh, is it the actual one? Oh, just the goodbye. She probably already knows. Regardless. They're trapped in here until, like, the time is up, too, right? So if something happens, even if they know about it, can they stop it from the inside? I mean, maybe he can. This has been a long episode. I just realized we're over an hour. How much longer is even left? I mean, not a big deal, but 4 minutes left. Okay. I was just like, geez. There's a song playing and Lucifer isn't singing. Oh shit! Why is it open? Oh god. Okay, so they're at the next day? Are we about to learn about something that happened while they were stuck in there and they didn't know? It has a staircase? It went down? Are they going to be at 10th and Swanson? What if they're not in his room anymore? Okay, they're still there. Did he have it built into the floor? It goes down. That's crazy. I am so paranoid. I'm still worried. Uh-oh. So then... Uh-oh. What happened? Trixie? At 10th and Swanson? Of course. I guess it was Rory's phone, so it must be Rory. Shit! That is it, guys, for episode 9. So, I enjoyed the episode. I liked all the goodbyes, but it was an hour long and felt a little slow for me. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to say this in a way that because I enjoyed what I watched, but I felt like maybe my reaction wasn't, like, maybe not as good as it could have been, because a lot of it was just, you know, some really heartwarming goodbyes, and, you know, we're coming to the end of the show, and I really like the sentiment of, like, Lucifer going around saying goodbye to everyone. I like the meta perspective of it's also these actors and actresses kind of, you know, in a way saying goodbye to each other. And I wonder, you know, when I was watching the scene with Maze and Lucifer, I could definitely see the way Maze is now getting as emotional as she did, but I could also see the actress getting as emotional as she did because of, you know, they spent however long since this show started up until this point working together, and, you know, 6 seasons in a show is nothing to laugh about, right? Like, that's a long time spent together and everything. So, I mean, I could be wrong, and I'm sure it was just Maze's character. Like, I'm sure she was still told to put on that kind of performance, and she did. But I do like the idea that it could be the actors and actresses feeling this way too, kind of thing. And but yeah, it was really cool, and I liked Dan being able to possess someone, but I wasn't really on board with the choice of him bringing a, you know, convicted murderer, his murderer, to his daughter, right? And then obviously he didn't expect to move on, but even if he didn't move on, what if he got ejected from the body or something at the worst time, and he just killed Trixie or something, right? Like, no matter how much I'd want to see my daughter again, if I was possessing a fugitive like that, I would have never gone there. Now, seeing what we saw with it, it was really heartwarming with Dan kind of talking bad about himself. Like, so was that his final guilt? But, like, I don't know why when, maybe it was more about his death rather than Lamech or anything like that. Because why was that moment his guilt, and then this right here is what got rid of it? But maybe it was the fact that he died, like he said here, I'm sorry I couldn't have become, or I guess he was phrasing it in the as a third party or whatever. So he was like, he was upset that he couldn't have become a good role model for you before he died, right? And maybe that's what his guilt was, that was he was hanging on to, was all the bad things he did. He didn't feel guilty about those specifically, but what he felt guilty about was leaving, uh like that being his legacy for his daughter to remember. And by hearing his daughter say that, everyone makes mistakes, he would never feel that way, and you should apologize and all that. I think that all really helped him, and that's what helped him move on, right? I did want to look up while we're on this topic, is he used the name Belios. Is there like a reason for that name? Was it just the most random thing he could think of? Like, what does Belios even mean? Is that like a name, or oh, okay. So Belios is the, oh my god, there's like a big ass ad covering the whole wiki. God damn it, freaking wikis are terrible sometimes. Belios is the demon that was with, I just couldn't remember. I think we did get his name. Now that I think about it and I saw the picture, I can like vaguely remember the character saying Belios, but Belios is the demon that spent time with Dan in hell playing ping pong. So that's interesting. Who was he acted by? Boo, 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 boo. How does it not say the actor? It says Demon, Hell Universe, Lee Garner's Torturer. Oh, so he was one of the, okay, so he was one of the torturers of the Mr. Seto bitch guy. That's interesting. Okay. It's really interesting here that they don't say the actor. Ba, 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 ba. Interesting. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, but I thought I knew the actor at one point and then I wasn't sure, but yeah, either way. Okay, well, that solves that question. I was really confused about that because I don't know, that demon's name just I didn't think was very significant, and then he said that name, and I was like, why would he say that? Like, where did Belios come from? I thought it was some kind of Easter egg or something, which I guess it kind of was if you knew the demon's name, but anyway, I guess we'll get back to that. I'm sure I'll talk about it again, but or at least like the Dan stuff. But starting from the beginning of the episode, angels were the cause of like all these little things that added up to be like the potential end of the world, which at first I'm not like the biggest fan of that because they built it up and I thought it was going to be something like big, whereas really it's just angels that need proper guidance. All it really means is someone needs to become God to be able to control them. Other than that, it doesn't really matter, right? So that was like that all. And the thing is like it's interesting because there are multiple mysteries going on. So like I feel like one of them had to take a sideline for the others to be more important, kind of thing. So they decided to take the end of the world bit and just be like, oh, it's just this, whatever. And then they hard focused on Lucifer saying his goodbyes and everything, and the whole, I guess, in a way, prophecy. Not really prophecy, but the thought that he's gonna disappear, kind of thing. But yeah, so interesting. I'm trying to think about the my brain just like hit a point where I started thinking about the whole Tenth and Swanson thing, and the fact that Rory's kidnapped there, and whatever happens, if it is the reason for Lucifer disappearing, then is what happens here, because Rory gets taken somehow, even though she has angel wings and all this, she somehow gets taken. And I was just talking about this episode, whether she's invulnerable or not. Like, if she is invulnerable, then how does she get taken by this guy? But regardless, unless, like, he somehow got, like, a demon blade or something because of, like, Dan inhabiting his body, he somehow knows more about everything and knows about demon blades or something, but I don't know. Either way, he takes Rory. He is telling Lucifer to come to 10th and Swanson, so we know that that's where he disappears, and Rory hates him, and Chloe never tells Rory why he disappeared, right? Is it because that Rory self-actualized herself back in time and was the reason that Lucifer, like, is killed here or something like that? And then with Lucifer being killed here because Rory got kidnapped, it means that Rory might blame herself if Chloe ever tells her that it's because, like, Lucifer's gone because she got herself kidnapped, kind of thing. Obviously, it's not really Rory's fault, but that's something that Rory would blame herself about, kind of thing. So instead, Chloe keeps it from her, and then because Chloe keeps it from her, she self-actualizes back in time, and thus the loop, right? I wonder if that's where we're going with it, or what. I'm also, like I said, just really curious about how she got taken, so we'll just have to wait and see why in that regard, but yeah, interesting. I also thought during this episode, Rory, right, has wings, yet Charlie has no sign of any kind of divinity. So do you eventually mature into the divinity stuff? Or, like, what's the difference between Charlie's birth and Rory's birth? Like, we know that Amenadiel was closer to being a human when he got Linda pregnant, and that's why his son might be just a human. But then there's Rory, who I don't know how Lucifer was able to get Chloe pregnant. Like, was there something about him, like, becoming more human for a time and doing it too? But if that was the case, then wouldn't she be human? But then I was thinking about it, I was like, is it possible that Rory and Charlie both have a little bit of divinity in them, and they're able to self-actualize, and then if they're able to self-actualize, she self-actualized herself some wings because she, you know, knew who her dad was and everything, and knew that that was, like, an option or something, and then self-actualized? I'm not sure, but it was just something that I thought of during the episode. I was like, is it possible that she didn't start with wings, and then she has just enough divinity in herself to self-actualize and then did it, kind of thing? Whereas maybe Charlie never feels the need to. Maybe he feels more fit in with humanity, kind of thing. But I don't know. We also don't know whether future Charlie has wings or not either. So anyway, it was just something I thought of during the episode. But I was a little upset with this episode also because I felt like Chloe was being a little bit irrational. Like I said during the episode, I do understand that she is worried. She doesn't want to even fathom the idea that Lucifer would leave them, but she was making it out to be like it is 100% guaranteed his choice. There's nothing else that he can do. It's his, like, him thinking that it's out of his hands is, like, the problem. Like, it's all your fault, right? Like, you just have to think that you don't want to abandon us, and you won't, right? Like, but, you know, like, people die, and it's not their fault, right? Like, people leave their families, and they don't, it's not that they chose to. Like, if someone gets into a car accident, like, someone hits them and they die, right? Like, completely out of their hand. that's not their fault. It's not like they chose it, right? Like, I don't know. I understand from a certain perspective where Chloe was coming from. Like, you shouldn't even think about it. Like, let's not talk about it. Let's not discuss it. Just agree that you're not gonna leave, right? And like, I understand like this healthy, or like maybe it's unhealthy, but this denial that she felt. But at the same time, I don't know. I felt like this potentially could have been their last day, even if all Lucifer wanted to do was stay, it still could have been their last day, and she spent it being mad at him. Granted, obviously they had their moment at the end, and it was nice and all that, but yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that decision. I almost felt like it was a little against Chloe's character kind of thing. Um like, especially as her being a cop all of her life, she knows that like shit can just happen out of their hands, kind of thing. Like, but I don't know. It just felt a little weird to me, and I didn't really agree with it. But that's just my opinion. I do like the debate about like free will or fate, and what Linda had to say about like, well, I believe in free will. That's like kind of the whole point of therapy. And but then she had the idea, but if Rory came back and tells us all this stuff that happens, and then it happens, then is that fate or is that free will? And it's a really complex issue, but really interesting in that regard too, because I mean, I I don't know what I believe in. I think I mainly believe in free will. I think that I don't know. I guess I do mainly believe in free will. I don't really believe that, like, when people say like, "Oh, it was fate that made this happen." I think it depends on the context. I think believing in fate can be a beautiful thing, and I don't like hold it against anyone that believes that. But I do disagree with people who like make bad decisions and then blame fate, kind of thing, right? Like, that I feel like is a bit irrational. Like, this guy murders 10 people and he's like, "Oh, it's not my fault, like God willed it," kind of thing. And it's like, no, dude, you just killed a bunch of people. Like, fuck you. Like, that's kind of like how I see it. Like, I don't like when it's used in that context, but you know, I think there is a certain charm in the idea that it's like, I can understand like, oh, everything's fated to happen this way. Your life was supposed to go on this path leading all the way up to this moment where, you know, all this stuff happens, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. And I know I just mocked the bad parts, um but I don't know. I think for the most part, I don't believe that's the case. Like, I believe we all have control over our actions. We all choose what we decide to do with our lives, kind of thing. And um because on the other hand, if you do just believe in fate, then I mean, at that point, then none of your choices really matter, right? But I guess then you can think like, but you were fated to make those choices, but you still decided to make those choices. So are they really your choices, or are they choices that were just made for you to make, kind of thing, right? Like, it's a very complex topic, and I can understand where people have both ways about it. But yeah, I think like thinking about it more, I think I'm more of a free will type of person than anything else. Although sometimes I wish things were just fated to happen. Like, there are some things in my life that I wish could just be taken out of my control and made for me, because sometimes making choices is hard, right? Like, life is difficult sometimes, and wouldn't it be nice if there could just be some sense of divinity that makes the choice for me, kind of thing? And any choice I make is the right one, all according to someone's will. But the thing is that person's will might not always have the best interests in store for you too. So I don't always want that to happen. But yeah, anyway. Um Man, I guess going back to the whole thing about like Dan possessing, yeah, that's like crazy. I was waiting for something with the amount of times that Dan is constantly trying to do stuff in the world, like interact with it. I thought he actually did turn the volume on, but it turns out it was just the guy behind him. That was a nice little trick, but then, you know, he actually did possess the guy, which was kind of crazy. I genuinely, like I said, I wasn't happy about him going to Trixie, not at all. But the possession as a whole, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, we know that demons can possess dead bodies and everything, but like having Dan be able to do this all for the sake of him being able to find his closure, it's cool, but at the same time, I almost wish it happened in a different way. Like I almost wish it was like Lucifer going instead of Dan in Lamech. Lucifer goes and talks to Trixie, does his like goodbye stuff with everyone, and Trixie's one of those people, right? And they get talking about her father, and Dan's right there listening, and he hears how much his like they have like pretty much, they find a way to do like pretty much the same conversation, just with, you know, talking to Dan or talking to Lucifer, but Dan is right there to hear it, kind of thing. And that's what makes Dan ascend. I almost feel like I would have liked it more, because for one, I was just so concerned about, you know, Dan being in the body of this fugitive being near Trixie, and then on top of that, like there was a lot of aspects, like I wish the actor that plays Dan got to act out the part when he was talking to Lucifer in the bar and everything. Like I felt like they I will say I'm very happy that like halfway through the conversation with Trixie it changed to his actor, but like that just makes me think like why don't they just keep it the Dan the whole time, kind of thing. Like obviously I know he wouldn't be able to like be the one talking, but I don't know. I am very glad that Dan got to move on, found the source of his guilt and all that, and I'm very happy for Dan as a character, but I do kind of wish that goodbye happened a little differently. But overall I think it's okay, because nothing happened to Trixie, although now Lamech is just out there doing other shit, and might be, you know, if you think about it, if Dan would have just taken that body and brought it back to prison, obviously I know Dan doesn't want to sit in a jail cell, but if he would have just turned that body into the cops rather than doing what he did, then that means that Rory would have never got kidnapped, and, you know, Lucifer might not ever vanish, kind of thing. But we'll see how the last episode goes and all that, but yeah, very interesting stuff. It's really interesting having Lamech back, because that actor from you know, he's an actor from Supernatural, and I really liked him in Supernatural, and seeing him here, obviously he's kind of like a bad guy, but then we got to see him as kind of the good guy with Dan possessing him, so that was kind of interesting. It was fun seeing him, you know, obviously he puts on the well, I don't know which is his normal accent. Obviously in Supernatural I know him as like, you know, American sounding, right? But in here he is like this French mercenary, but then when Dan's in his body he's like sounds like an American again and everything. The American voice is what I know, so it's cool seeing him with that voice again, kind of thing, that actor. But yeah, it's really interesting having him be here suddenly at the end of the show, being such a big character, one being the one that kills Dan, and now being the one that escapes prison, comes back, and what's it called? And might be the reason that Lucifer vanishes for good, right? So very, very interesting, and I'm curious about how they end the show with the last episode. There's not a lot of shows, in my opinion, that have like really good endings. I feel like I'm always like, there's a handful of shows that I just absolutely love the ending of, and the rest it's like either they don't know the show is ending, so they end it just like non-climactically, where they're like, oh, we plan to have another season, so we'll just end it like this, and then it gets canceled, and then we never get closure, kind of thing. And then there's shows like this where they do endings, but sometimes it's not to my liking, which I really like this episode. It just felt really like long, and I don't know. It's like I liked a lot of the moments in the episode, but I felt like getting to those moments of like Lucifer going and talking to the people and everything. And I guess I was also shocked by the fact that you know, everyone seems to know everything except for Lucifer disappearing. Apparently, no one in the show knew it, and I didn't even realize it. And I think that was a big hindrance on my enjoyment of the episode, is because I thought that Linda, Maze, Amenadiel, all of them knew that Rory came back and was angry with Lucifer because he supposedly abandoned her. And maybe they knew that much, but they didn't know that this specific day is when he disappears, kind of thing. But I think, like, no one else really realizing it and only Lucifer knowing it really kind of hindered some of the scenes, kind of thing, where instead of seeing the other characters really appreciate what Lucifer is saying to them, they start off really confused. And obviously they eventually, like, Maze eventually really appreciated what he was saying, but, like, at first she was just very confused the whole time. And even in the end, I think she was a little, like, confused but also sad, kind of thing. And, like, I don't know. I just wish the other people knew too, because at this point it's like, I thought they already knew everything anyway, but especially because they went to, like, therapy with Linda, so I don't know. I guess it was just a little piece of info that was kept from everyone else, and I thought, like, with the whole Ella stuff, we got past the whole, like, keeping secrets from everyone, but yeah, Ella's goodbye was really nice too. Like, she's been really upset with everything, but I think Lucifer going and talked to her helped out and all that, and Lucifer starting this what a foundation in her name is really cool to inspire, you know, young women growing up to get into the sciences, mathematics, and all that stuff. That's really cool. And I like the sentiment of, no, he didn't just, you know, he went to a jewelry store earlier in the episode and bought one of everything. He didn't just give her one of those, right? No, it was something way more meaningful. But yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, I liked the episode overall. I think I just had a few grievances with it, and it did, like, there were a few moments where I was like, geez, is it almost over? Not because I was like, I mean, I guess there were just a few points where I was just a little bit bored, I guess, but I still, like, really liked a lot of the emotional impact of the moments of the characters talking, kind of thing. It's just, it's crazy because even though I was bored in those moments, I'm, like, confused at how we spent so much extra time, because it feels like all we did was have, like, a conversation with a few people and then a few Dan things, and somehow that ended up being an episode over an hour length. And, like, there's a part of me that, one, feels like it shouldn't have been that long, right? It feels like we could have fit everything we saw into, like, a 30-minute episode or something. But at the same time, I don't even know, like, where all the extra time went. So it's like, it's a weird mix of both of those things, but I'm probably just crazy. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. We'll talk a lot more about the show and everything once we see the finale, which is next episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see the last episode on there right now, and you can see whatever replaces the show, because this was a Patreon exclusive. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, there's a whole nother show or multiple shows that have quite a bit of episodes, since this was, well, I didn't start at season 1. I started at season 4. So 4, 5, and 6, that's 3 seasons. So roughly that much will be of different shows or another show, depending on what I watch next, on my Patreon. So check that out if you're interested in seeing some more stuff from me. Link in the description below if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.